Always in and up, back at square one. For me one shame on you. For me twice that won't do. Told me that last time would be our last time. Guess you like breaking rules. Girl, I can't act like you are the only one that's confused. Cause I gotta do better with the choices I choose. If you're looking for closure.
Are y'all ready to get this show started? 3, 2, 1.
Let's get it. Here we go.
You're not tuned into the City Flow on Hidden City Radio.
We know some good, make them say.
With your girl, TopNotch Butterscotch.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Wait a minute. It's like I can't. Oh, okay. Just making sure y'all can hear me loud and clear. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, TopNotch Butterscotch. It is Friday. Yo. We made it. Man. Do I have a great show lined up for y'all tonight? And if y'all saw my video earlier that I posted on my Facebook page, y'all already know that I'm excited. Moving right along, it is April 16, 7 p.m. Y'all already know how it goes on City Flow here at Hidden City Radio. And if you would like to be on my show, if you're an artist, please submit your inquiry in MP3 format with proper metadata, because I am a registered station with ASCAP, BMI, and SCE. And we want to make sure you get paid all those royalties. And if you are a business owner, please submit a small bio about yourself, along with a link to your business website page, Facebook page, Instagram page, so I can check you out to make sure you're on the up and up to be on the show. Just like my girl April. Chef April will be on the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to bring her on the screen. Now, before I bring her on the screen, y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, which is Saturday at 12 p.m. to listen to the Happy Hour with DJ Rock Mecca. Oh yeah, she gonna be bringing y'all the nice flavor. And make sure y'all tune in tonight for the Friday Night Delight with DJ Groove Master Dre. Oh, all right. Y'all know he never come to play. He bring the hottest mixes. But tonight, we're going to be talking with Miss April Justin, all the way from Hampton, Virginia. However, she's from Panama City. All right, y'all. Act like y'all know. We get ready to bring my girl on the screen, because we going to talk about these brownies she sent me. When I tell you, all right. When I tell y'all I was in here dancing because it was a party going on in my belly. All right. I got a tummy ache because I think I ate a few too many. I ate a little bit more off camera than, I was supposed to. But that's my business. Oh, all right. So let's go ahead and get our girl on the screen, because I'm dying to speak with her, yo. She just blew up out of nowhere. So let's get our girl on the screen, and let's get that information that we dying to hear. Miss April, are you there? Can you hear me? Wait a minute. Hold on. Can you hear me now? All right, cool, because I couldn't hear you before my mic. Good deal. How are you, sis? Wait a minute, I still can't hear you. Give me 1 second. We've got a little technical difficulties. You got your volume up on your end? Oh, you on the AirPods? I don't know if it works on the AirPods, but I got you turned all the way up over here. Can you try to disconnect from the AirPods? We can't hear you at all. Hold on, it's all right. Go ahead and just disconnect and come back on. Try that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so while she gets set up, we gonna just talk about them brownies that she sent me. All right. I was gonna hold off on the brownies until she got back on the screen. But today I came home from work, and everybody who knows me knows I love unexpected gifts in the mail. And when I saw the postman come up to the door, I was like, what? I ain't ordered nothing, I don't think. I don't know. So I went and checked, and lo and behold, I got some brownies. Let's see if we got her. April, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
I definitely can hear you now. Everybody who uses the earpods, they always get like a bad connection. I'm not sure as to why, but yeah, so no worries. Girl. So it is an honor to have you here on the show. Thank you for the opportunity. Girl, your glow up is something serious. You hear me? You hear me?
Yes. Yes, I'm so excited and I'm so blessed and thankful to be here on this Friday. Listen,
Yeah.
2 days after my birthday. 2 days after my
Yeah, girl. Oh,
birthday.
all right. I saw them photos. Yes. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Just a little hip,
So,
just a little leg, just a little
oh,
clap.
just a little bit, just a little bit. That little Shamar shuffle, the little Shamar shuffle. Oh, all right.
Yes.
So I myself know a little bit about you, and if you don't mind, could you just introduce yourself to our listeners?
Okay, so hello everybody. I'm Chef April, Chef Justin, if you're an OG.
Oh,
Um,
all right.
yeah, yes, I am the owner of a Brilli Mayo Bakery. I am the children's ministry director at my church, the Mount Peninsula. We teach kids. Yes, shout out to the Mount
Shout
Peninsula. If
out to the
anybody,
mount.
yes, I teach kids how to cook online on Zoom every Saturday at 6 o'clock p.m. And I'm also part owner of hashtag Testimony a Christian, Instagram, clothing, apparel. So we're just getting that up and started. And so I am a woman of many trades.
Nice. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So you ready to jump right into this interview?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so we met in the most awkward way a few years back. Shout out to Meat Man Q for the introduction.
Meet man, meet man.
Meat Man, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
And we have kept in contact since then, and I've watched you blossom, I've watched you grow. So, my first question to you is, how did you get into pastries and baking?
So great question. Funny story. I started out culinary, went to school
Okay.
for culinary arts. I knew I always loved food. There was no other option. Finished, got my degree, and then I was like, okay, what's next? Let me go do this business admin on the food side.
Yeah.
Um, Started doing that and realized that everything that they were teaching me, I already knew. They weren't
Right.
teaching me nothing new. And I said, God, this can't be it. I said, this cannot. All this stuff I can YouTube,
Yeah.
Google. And so literally one day in my car, outside of my house, I was like, all right, God, what do you want me to do next?
Yeah.
And he said, bacon and pastry. And I said, bacon and pastry? Wait a minute, sir. Yes, are you positive about this? He said, yeah, go to the school you always wanted to go to, put in for it. And just like that, I didn't think twice about it. I put in to go to the Culinary Institute of America. Yes,
Uh-huh.
y'all, the Culinary Institute of America.
Wow.
The very next day, I got accepted. 3 days later, the next term was not even a month away. So I was moving like this. I was
Right.
moving on God's time. Got
Yeah.
there and I said, okay, I'm here. I'm excited. I'm a great learner. Things are really easy for me to pick up on. That's a gift that I have. And I got in there and I said, okay, I'm gonna go through this program. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but I'm gonna go through this program. I'm gonna find, what I love to do. And what I do now, mainly, I do lots of cakes and pastries, anything outside of the normal. I don't like basic. And
Right.
so a lot of people that do come to me, they like extra things.
Yes.
But the funny thing to what I do with the baking and pastry is I never wanted to bake a cake in my life. And I was in school upset, and my classmates will tell you, um, I used to get upset with the teacher because I'm like, why am I making? I am not making. I'm not having a bakery. I'm gonna just do cake tops. Like, why do we constantly have to do these? I used to get upset. Of course, I used to, like 100. I used to
Yeah.
pass them, but I swore up and down that I would never touch a cake in my life. And I finished the program, right. I get home and I have a lot of faithful friends, a lot of people that support me. And they
Yeah.
pushed me to my limits. And somebody one day was just like, you know what? Make me a cake. And I'm like, well, I did go to school for it. So let me do this. Let me
Yeah.
go ahead and knock this out. And so ever since then, I've just been, that's just what I actually love to do. I'm not even gonna front. Um,
Nice.
I'm great at cooking. I'm great at baking and pastry, but I love doing cakes because it's a technique. And God is like,
Yes.
really? All that complaining you was doing? Like, yes, yes, God. Yes, sir. Sorry. At least I listened. But so nothing is ever too hard for me to do. I stepped outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I didn't even turn down a cake, even as outrageous as some of them seem, or pastries that I hadn't done in a while. Anything. I took the challenge and I said, how am I gonna perfect my craft if I don't at least try? So God sent me loyal customers
Nice.
that knew I wasn't too deep in the industry yet, that knew there was a possibility that it may not come out the way they expected,
Right, right,
but
right.
they knew that I gave a quality product and quality service. So shout out to them. Shout
Yes,
out to
shout
them for
out. Shout out to the believers.
yes, yes, amen to that.
Yes.
Yes, man.
Nice, nice. So when you first started out, you just only wanted to do cake pops only?
Yes, I had the argument with the teacher. Um,
But isn't that
I
a cake though?
yes and
Oh, all
no.
right. That's all I want. No, because you got to bake the cake first, sis. There's no way
Yeah,
around it. You got to bake the cake first.
yes,
Oh, all
but you can
right.
have all types of imperfections in it because that cake pop you have to mold as your own. So I was going the easy route out, is what I thought. Had the arguments with my teachers and everything. I had a teacher tell me, you will never own a bakery with cake pops. Why would you do that? I remember it tore my heart up. I'm like, sir, I just came here to learn. And so now I'm like, yeah, I do cake pops and pretzel sticks and cakes and wedding cakes. What else? And genoise sponge and cookies and banana pudding and brownies.
Ooh, banana pudding. That's my
Yes,
favorite right there, sis.
yes.
Nice.
I make a really great banana pudding.
I believe it. I believe it. The way them brownies taste that I got today. Oh, all
Hello.
right.
Hello.
Sis, we gonna talk about the brownies later on in the show, though. We gonna
Yeah.
talk about the brownies later on in the show.
Yes.
Okay, so you wanted to start out with cake pops. You did not want to do cakes at all. But before we get into the next question, we have a few shout outs for you. We got Miss Ashley Gordon, cousin is the truth,
Yeah.
and Lex D. She was all about the cake pops.
That's a classmate. She knew what time it was. Hmm.
You wasn't trying to hear nothing else. So, when you did your first cake, did it turn out better than you expected, or you was just like, all right,
It came out visual wise
okay,
excellent. But I'm glad I can talk about these stories and not be
yes,
ashamed.
yes,
But flavor wise, the cake was good and moist, but I guess I didn't put enough extract in my frosting.
mm.
They were kind enough to let me know, hey, it just tasted like sugar. And I was like, oh well, but do you know how much anxiety you can have from things like that? You giving out a
Yes,
product, you
yes,
you are,
yes.
and your expectation is up here because your name is attached to it. But they were a great friend. They let me know, and I pinky promise you from that day forward, I never forgot an extract ever again in my life. If
Hey,
all I
you
need
gotta
is more,
make those mistakes to learn from them, though.
yeah.
So, my question is, when you went to culinary school, did you learn culinary as a whole, including baking and pastry, or are you just baking and pastry only, or do you have to learn everything involving culinary when you go to culinary school?
So culinary school, depending on what route you're gonna do, you're gonna focus on your main one, and then you're gonna do a little bit of the other.
Okay.
So for me, when I started culinary, we had 95% culinary classes, 5% baking and pastry, which is a must.
Okay.
And then same thing when I went to school for baking and pastry, 95%. Um, baking and pastry, and then we have to do culinary and restaurant. Just to, you got to know kind of both sides. 'Cause we have,
Right. So why not culinary?
I thought that was it. I did. I thought that was my thing. That's what I love to do, and I started out. So my business was catering. I
Mm,
catered for some time, for probably just a little over a year. But
okay.
I just knew I loved food, and that was supposed to be it.
Right.
And then I went to school for baking and pastry, and that was apparently was it too.
Right, right. So do you still do catering services or is it strictly baking and okay.
I do. I have quite a few gigs lined up. Um, I'm just it's a blessing because I'm blessed in both areas. If I could pick or choose though,
Mhm.
um, it's the baking and pastry
Okay.
because
That's your
it
heart right there.
it is, but it's like select. I can be real selective with my catering, so
Okay.
I don't have to. But
Okay.
if I have the time to, then I will gladly fit you in my schedule.
Got you. Got you. Hey,
Hmm.
you your boss. You make the schedule.
Yes.
So about how many cakes do you push out a month?
On a good month, I might do 25 cakes on a good month
Sheesh.
by myself. By myself. I don't have staff yet. I don't have helpers. I do have people that want to intern and extern. But on a really good month, which is this month, next month, and the month after that, I would do a good 25 cakes. But my prep and what we call mise en place helps me set up for that. And probably that's the reason why I like baking and pastry so much because a lot of it is baking, making, cooling, freezing.
Right.
So if my schedule, I know for the month, I can knock out all my baking, and then all I have to do is prepare for my frosting and whatever designs and stuff like that. And it cuts back on a lot of time versus
Okay.
cooking, you got that week-ish to prep, kind of, sort of.
Mhm.
And so it gets a little tedious, but I've gotten a great system down because it can be overwhelming.
Right.
I know people that take cakes on a real consistent basis, but the way I operate, I'm able to tell them, hey, nope, I already got enough cakes for this week.
Yeah.
And I'll still refer, but they know now that they need to hit me up way ahead of time so that I can make sure that they do fit in my schedule because I will not overwhelm or overwork myself because it shows in my product. It shows.
It really does. And we're going to bring your product on the screen. Don't worry. We're going to bring your product up here, girl. So, with your process, because a lot of people don't understand, like you said, it goes baking, cooling, then frosting. So, you got those customers out there like, oh, I want a cake. I need a cake today. And I want a Mickey Mouse cake with Sonic the Hedgehog running around the bottom of it. I need it in 5 hours. Please advise how that is not possible because I don't know. I mean, I watch Cake Boss and
Hmm.
I didn't know until I watched Cake Boss. I was like, oh, now I get it. Because, you bake a Duncan Hines cake and you think you Chef Boyardee. So,
Yes.
it don't take that long to bake no cake. Why she just can't throw them 3 tiers up on there? I need me a cake.
Woo. Hello, anybody that may be listening. Okay, listen, because it's a point that we're trying to get across here.
Yes.
And essentially, I mean, it can be done. It can be done for somebody that doesn't have a schedule
Right.
and or cake to do. But some of these a basic cake can be because hey, maybe I got an extra one lying around. But when people start tapping into these themes, like, oh, so you think I just got Mickey lying around? You think Mickey's just I just got Mickey stuff? Maybe I did because I did a Mickey cake, but
Right, right.
I can't make Mickey meet Minnie and marry Minnie on the cake for in 2 hours. I can't do that.
They want the impossible and they want it for the lowest price. Can you please advise of how much a starting cake costs?
A good starting cake, at least for mine, because this is all online on my website.
Okay.
For your personal 6 inch is $35, which is about the average if you're gonna go to your Whole Foods, maybe a local bakery. not so much the local great
Cheesecake
bakery.
Factory.
Yeah, correct. It's gonna be around that same price, but when you start adding themes, and special little pictures or things that you want on there, then we're gonna go. You're looking 35 to 50 for a nice 6-inch personal cake, and then the bigger you get, the more tiers. Once you hit 2 tiers, you're automatically at 100 at minimum. So say cupcakes for me start about $25 a dozen. You start adding I want Mickey Mouse. Well, let's add 10, 15 per Mickey Mouse. How many Mickey Mouses we talking about here? And you want pictures and you want this. Oh, I want money folded on the Mickey too. Okay. And so it while it's fun to do and it's creative, the more you add, the more pricey it can be.
Yeah.
And I think if there's something I could tell the world, it's like think about the time that goes into this. It's not even granted, it's the taste, right?
Yes.
Granted, it's the presentation. But it takes us time. And that's what I'm gearing. If I know I'm about to be in the kitchen for 5 hours, I know how much I pay myself per hour. So you got to start building up from there. And so you either want a great tasting, great looking, celebratory, because you have to keep in mind this is something that this child or this grandparent or this married couple is going to remember for the rest of their lives. So if your mentality is not like that in anything that you do, then maybe that's not for you. Maybe that's not your passion. But I
Stay at
think
Publix. Go get you a Publix cake. That's
yes,
all I can tell you, baby. Oh, all
yes.
right. So you say, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, you're good.
Okay. So all your products are, excuse me, online. Um, do you ship your products as well? Because I know I saw you ship your very first product and you were nervous as all get out.
Yes.
So do you continue to ship or are
I
you only local?
I do both. As far I will only ship certain things, certain types of cakes, um, and that would require a consultation. But if it's something that is like a fondant cake, I'm not shipping that because there's a possibility that whatever is on top is now on the bottom, and there's issues like that. But a great bundt cake I will ship. Cookies and brownies I will ship, and even cake pops to a certain extent I'll ship, but mostly if you are local, boom, holler at me. But if you are far away and you want to try something new, something different, we can definitely go down a list of things that I'm able and confident to ship that you will receive just the same way I sent it in the first place.
Nice, nice. Before we go into the next question, Miss Queasy Harris say, "Hey, Chef April, she's so good,"
Yes.
and she also says, and she has a great Zoom class she took as well. Nice. So we're gonna talk about the Zoom classes too, because I saw that I was like, okay, Chef, I see it, I love it, love it. Okay, so you ship, and when you ship, like, is you say you do a consultation. So
Mhm.
what type of consultation, like how does it work? Like what are you telling them? Like, look, if I make this cake,
Yep.
chances are
This is
okay.
how I'm going to send it. I make sure they see it before I send it. We talk about what may or may not occur during shipping, but first of all, what product are we looking for me to make and send? Is
Okay.
it feasible?
Yeah.
Are you okay with? There is a small possibility, and for anybody that does really, really want that cake, and that's fine, we're going to get the most secure shipping that we can, but I want them to be aware that they're going to have to pay for that shipping. So we have different methods.
Okay.
I like to make the customers aware of what can happen. I cannot guarantee you 100%, and neither can the post office or UPS because they always say one thing and always ends up another way.
That
So,
is true.
and I do travel. I do travel to different states, depending, like a DMV area, and
Okay.
I'll do a drop off. Sure have. I've been to Maryland. Sure. I've been to Maryland. I've been to Richmond. I probably be to North Carolina,
Yes.
and they pay for the mileage, and hey, they got it like that. So God bless them and me.
No, that's right. Get them coins.
Yes.
Nice. So, oh my gosh, I just kicked my camera. So, what is the most expensive cost for shipping if they want a cake?
Um, hmm, probably 60. That's gonna be, we're gonna, that's an overnighter, and then we're gonna do an insulated box with that one.
Oh.
So, but it's not gonna be fondant. I know that much. And it'll have my original buttercream. Or if there are some pieces that they want to put on top, I'll package that separately. But I don't, I don't foresee anybody wanting a cake overnight. So
Okay, okay.
y'all
So
do
how
some planning. Do some planning, y'all. Please, please. I'm speaking for all the chefs that do any and everything. Please plan ahead, please, because we'll do it. But you should have told us a little while ago. Please.
so
Pretty.
all right. Let me get my something. So listen, how many cakes have you shipped so far? Just the one?
No, I've done 5.
Nice. So why
Yes.
won't you ship fondant? Give me a story. Something happened.
Well, fondant, if it gets in hot temperatures, it's gonna get sticky and moist.
Oh.
So, granted, how that sounds good, fondant is what you lay on top of the cakes when you want to
Mm-hmm.
do a Mickey cake and you
Mm-hmm.
want to have it red, or maybe do some fancy border. It's
Yeah.
not so much that even insulated. What happens is if they leave that box outside, or if we're not doing signature and the
Yeah.
heat is penetrating that, it's not going to look the same.
Oh
So
wow.
fondant is it's a big no for me. I'll
I
do
got you.
sprinkles. I can do some sprinkles, but not the fondant.
So what is your favorite thing about being a chef?
Being in the kitchen, and me knowing that God is with me in the kitchen. To be honest, I
Nice.
have a lot of things that I do, a lot of places that I go. Oh, and by the way, y'all, I do cake toppers too and cake repairs. So
Cake
when I
repair?
cake repairs, say they were doing a 2 tier, the second tier fell through the first tier, and they got to get it to them in 2 hours. Yes, I will appear where you are. We will fix your cake and we will get it to them. And you don't even have to tell them that I helped you with it, but the word will
What?
get around. Sure will. Cake repairs. They got
What?
halfway there, and maybe the icing in the back did this, and they ain't got no way to get. So, where are you? Let me pull up. Let's ice the
Wow.
back of this. Tell them it's traffic.
That's
And let's get
different.
it is. It is. They know cake emergencies. What? Cake toppers? Yeah.
Yes.
There's people that order from Amazon. Amazon was on some other stuff one time, and they wasn't getting the prime. They was more getting like prime times two. And so they're like, yo, I need this now. And so, will you travel? I sure will. Mileage, let me calculate and do this, that, and the third. Boom, got their product satisfied, went about my day. I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all because
I know that's right.
I see the lack of unfortunately, so culinary is accessible everywhere. You have your restaurant depots. I mean, food. You don't
Yeah.
have to go to a restaurant depot. You can go to your grocery store and you have everything that you need.
Yeah.
But when it comes to baking and pastry, it's like you're limited on flours. If the flour is sold, because everybody's a baker now. I joke with my chef friends. Everybody is a baker
That's
now.
how I felt when I started in the t-shirt and just like, oh, everybody want to be a fashion
So,
designer now.
so sold out on basic white and black. Like, well, wait a minute now, And so you run out of this, you run out of. They don't have access to cake toppers. I mean, I can tell you, there's one bakery store around here in a 25-mile
And it's
radius.
probably like a little mom and pop store.
It is. It's called Wine and Cake Hobbies. So it's not just, and granted, there's a lot, but their hours are limited. And so when they're
Yes.
closed and you can't get to them, then what, And so I provide,
They
and
probably 9 to 5. Really? Everybody works
and,
those hours. I'm at
and,
work.
and not Monday. They're closed Sundays and Mondays. So I can't even make my, Sunday. I prep. I'm like, well, I gotta wait till Tuesday.
That
And
part.
so, granted, they need a break too, but there's a lot of inconsistencies with baking supply needs. And then Michael's since everybody is a baker, there's
Mm-hmm.
you're lucky. One time I went there for the most basic chocolate, and they didn't have not one regular chocolate wafer. And I said, at Michael's, okay, God, where are we gonna have our supply store? Because I need everybody. I need these same bakers to have access to this store.
Nice.
So, I need for them all to come. So that's in the works. There's a lot of things that I want to do. And so
Nice.
I just love being in the kitchen. My longest days, I will work up the energy, and that's how I know I love it, because I could have an already 12-hour day doing
Yeah.
something else. And when I get in the kitchen is where I feel the most peace and happiness and quiet, and I'm able to just focus. So
Nice, nice. So, how many cakes have you repaired?
I've only done 3 cake repairs.
Okay.
But it's not too many people. Like, I don't advertise cake repair.
Exactly.
So they're using me.
Yeah.
And if anybody else has a cake repair, I'm available. There's nothing that I won't do. People reach out to me for all types of things. How do you do this? Can you show me how to do that? This is what happened to my cake. What are your thoughts? And if I'm available, I will answer. And if they need assistance,
Wow.
I will go help. I feel like my gift is for everybody. God gives
Yes,
us gifts to share with the world. I am not, listen, I don't
that is
I don't
true.
even have to show up in my uniform, and I don't have to tell the world about necessarily that I did that. But I
Right.
know that I'm sharing my knowledge, and if that were to happen again, it's for them. You know what I'm saying? To share with somebody else. To share with
Exactly.
somebody else. So we're all winners. We can all repair cakes, y'all.
We
Y'all want to
can.
learn? Y'all want to learn how to repair cakes? I got you.
That is dope, man. I'm really excited about that venture, like cake repair. That's you don't hear nothing about that. All you see is the pictures on the website. Look at my cake. Look at this cake.
This is
But
how
you'll
I
never
got
hear
it.
nothing about nobody trying to fix it. But we got a solution to that. Chef Justin, ladies and gentlemen.
A Brilly Mayo cake repairs,
Oh, all
and
right.
etc. That's how I'm gonna put it, and etc.
Nice. So, what was your biggest regret, if any?
In culinary or baking and pastry,
Yeah, either or.
I honestly don't have any. I'm thankful for being able to go through both. I think, in all fairness, I would probably only maybe say if I could have gotten my career started a little sooner, but God had a plan. So
That part.
if I had anything, I wish I this would have jumped off
Yeah,
while I was in college the first time after
yeah,
high school, and that's it. But every mistake I've ever made, I'm thankful for. Every cake that somebody wasn't satisfied, which is very few, I'm thankful for. Disclaimer. Every just experience, every type of cake, every crazy type of cake.
yeah.
Me even turning down a cake. I'm just thankful for everything. Everything.
Good deal, good deal. So now we're gonna bring up your Instagram page so the people can see your work.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're on her Instagram page. That's let me get my Spanish right. Abril Mayo.
Yes.
So that's April May. Is your middle name May?
It is not. It's just the nickname my aunt calls me. So I went with a Brilly Bio.
I know that's right.
Mhm.
My sister's name is April Joy. Because
Got
my
it.
mom said like the April showers brings joy, springtimes bring joy. So I was like, all right, whatever. So we
Tell me
call
her
her
birthday's
April
in
Joy.
April.
And her birthday is in April.
Okay. Happy birthday, April.
Matter of fact, her birthday was yesterday.
Yo, no way. 14th
Yeah.
and 15th? Okay. Okay, April. I might need to send her some brownies. Let me send her some
Yes, and she's a new grandmother as well. So shout out to my sister and my grannin.
Yes.
Thank you, Gary. So let's take a look at this page right here. Oh my gosh, we just hit with the beauty already.
Yes.
Wow. So out of these cakes we're looking at, what was your favorite to make?
Ooh, I'm gonna be honest.
I want this one right here. I'll
That's
just be
everybody's
honest.
favorite, but so y'all will be the first to hear. It's one of my least favorites to do. I
What's
just
that?
really, it's
That cake, the
yes,
strawberry crunch cake?
yes, because it is so tedious. It is that crunch on the outside is no joke. And the other day I said to myself, Lord, it's a great tasting cake, but I think this is my least favorite cake to do. Um, so anybody that's tuned in, you guys got the sneak peek on that one. My favorite one on there, I'm actually gonna say, oh, it's between the unicorn and the mermaid.
Unicorn and mermaid.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. That is
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes. They give me all this creative flexibility with my cakes, and it makes me
Yeah.
happy that they trust me.
Nice. And what's a going price on this a type cake like this?
That was 145.
That's not bad.
Yeah. And I put a little. Don't forget to tip the baker at the end of that, and they tip too.
Nice. Nice. And was she happy with her cake?
She was, and her child was excited about the cake, and everything
Nice.
matched the theme. She didn't even tell me what the
Wow.
colors were, and she said, "This matches perfect."
Nice. Nice. And you got the jimmies on there.
Yes,
Cake with Jimmy. You got to have the jimmies.
yes.
Nice. Then we got the mermaid cake. Nice. Your piping is beautiful. I know a
Thank,
little something. You know what I'm saying?
thank you. That took practice. It took practice and time.
And I heard a lot goes into piping. Like you have to, like if you don't apply that pressure right, you go, you know.
Correct. Yes, it does. They teach us, but it's something that it's
It's an
weird.
art.
It is. They could tell you 10 million times, but I just recently really mastered my piping because they can tell you, all right, hold it for 10 seconds and then let go when you're piping, and you'll do that. But if you don't have that right pressure on there and you don't let go as soon as you're supposed to, I mean,
Right.
that could go from a rosette to a daisy.
Real
That's,
quick.
yes.
Real quick. And when that happens, do you just change the piping? Like, what do you do? Scrape it off and just try again?
Yeah, I would typically me, I'd scrape it off and I still continue. It must be me. It has to be me. But
Okay.
my piping is usually on point where I don't usually have to even redo piping at all. Thank you, girl.
Nice.
Because that's
Okay,
time.
girl. Okay, girl. And I see you got the infamous cake pops on the side.
Yes. Cake, come through, cake pops. I made 2 dozens of those, and they
For
were
her
all
party, for this
beautiful.
particular
Yes,
customer.
yes.
So
I
they
only
got the
post.
cake and the cake pops.
Yes, and cupcakes.
That's a
I
lot of
did.
cake.
It is. They did for this. So that's a smash cake for the 1 year old. So that
Okay.
was for the child, and she's gonna dig into that one. But they did a little drive by, so everybody was either gonna get a cake pop or a cupcake. So that's why it was so much for that one.
Okay, okay. Nice, nice, nice. And this is what you call the 6 inch personal?
Yes, 6 inch personal.
And how many people would that feed? About six, eight?
6 to 8 on the 6 inch. Your 8 inch is gonna do roughly. You can get 16, 16 to 20. It just depends. Like as a baker, we
Mm-hmm.
have actual markers, but some people, if y'all going big, then you might get 8. But if you're going the appropriate size, you can easily get 6 to 8 on a 6 inch or 16 to 20 on an 8 inch.
Nice, nice. You do an awesome job. Like this one right here. That's decadent. That's like, ooh. I see
Thank
you
you.
got the macaroon. Baked macaroons?
I do.
Really?
Yes, and it's something I said I would never do, but I do them, and that is, yeah. There's a lot of God is challenging me with all the things that I do in the kitchen because everything I told him I would not do is what I do,
Hmm.
and
He said, I'm gonna show you. Oh, all right.
yeah, you thought. And so I'm always gonna talk about him because he's just the reason why I'm here and doing what I do. But I sure do make it
Give him his praise, honey, for his glory. Oh, all right.
publicly. Yes, Lord.
Nice. This is a beautiful cake as well. Nice.
Thank you, thank you. I have to actually make another one of those this weekend. It's you know what's a blessing. This is mad random, but when people reach out to me and they say, "Hey, I want a cake," and I say, "Okay, do you have any like inspiration? You got a picture or something?" And they'll send me my own work. Like
Uh-huh.
when they do that, I get so emotional because I'm thinking they're about to send me like some
Somebody
Pinterest
they saw on
picture.
Kim Kardashian's page or something.
Yes, they
But
send
no,
me
it's
my
yours.
my
Wow.
same work, and I'm just like, thank you, God, for that. It's just so humbling, so humbling.
Yeah. And that the drip stuff, that's a technique. I remember when that first came out, like everybody was trying to do it, and I saw some horrible cakes, but that looks
Been
like
there.
it's actually dripping off the side.
Yes, yes. Drip,
Do
drip.
you, do you turn it upside down? Like, how do you do that? Just give us a little hint.
That's a one of your squeeze bottles. You're gonna make your chocolate ganache, and you put that bad boy in there. The only thing is, your cake has to be cold, and you just go around the edge slowly. You control the drip
How is it? How is the drip stopping though? Is it how is it hardening at a certain point? Like it's
because it's cold.
perfect.
Because it's cold. And so that ganache, that chocolate that's in the bottle, is going to be room temperature. So when you do room temperature and you put it on something cold,
Uh huh.
it's not going to drip all the way. So it stops the process. So
Mm.
if you a little heavy handed and you're doing a hard squeeze on that bad boy, then it's more than likely going to drip all the way down. But it's as simple as temperature with this one because if it's too warm, then
Yeah.
it's gonna melt some of your buttercream too and go all like that's that mess
It's gonna
the
mix
mess that you
together.
make. Hmm. So you gotta do it a couple times before you get that drip right. But I've done it way too many times. So
Nice. So when you do cakes such as, Los Angeles Lakers, do you have to get approval? Because, when you go to Walmart and Publix, you be like, can you put this on my cake? No, we can't do that.
no, you know what? I've never had any issues with any of these people that I don't own copyrights to,
Right,
but
right.
it's maybe because it just hasn't gone on a public scale type thing. But I
Okay.
need to research that one
Yeah,
because
because I'm wondering, I was going to ask you next, is there like a process you got to go through to get the approval? Like, I don't understand the whole copyright thing. Like, I even go through the whole copyright thing owning a radio station. I'm like, look,
uh,
look, look. Dude.
granted, I understand that process more than I would a cake.
Okay.
However, I think because I'm not saying it's the Lakers cake, even though it has their signage on it and stuff
Yeah.
like that. We're good on the cakes. So unless I'm gonna do my research after this. Thank you for that. And if I find something, I'm gonna post about it. So y'all.
Yes, let the people know. And I'm guessing this was Mardi Gras cake. Yes, I was right. Nice.
Yeah.
And look at the colors. Like, how did you do that?
That was a combination of my food coloring that I use and the purple on the top. So my latest thing.
It's beautiful.
Thank you so
It
much. I
reminds me of
love
a
that
king
cake.
cake.
Yes, and that's what I was going for, something like royal.
Yeah.
Um, that purple on the top was airbrushed. So it is the icing underneath is a lighter purple, but
Yeah.
when you want to get those really dark, vibrant tones, you're gonna want to use an airbrush machine or system to accent that icing there.
Nice. Yo, you dope. So let's talk about these Yes, you dope, sis. Let's talk
Thank
about
you.
these Zoom classes. So when did you start teaching baking to the kids and what inspired you to do that? I know
Um,
you said you are a
children's
teen
ministry.
teen ministry.
Children's ministry director
Yes.
at my church. I've been the ministry director since 2015. And so throughout the pandemic, we had to figure out ways to still connect with our kids and have fun. And I stumbled upon it by God's will because we started out doing crafts. And I didn't think anything of it because we want to do Bible lessons and things of
Yes.
that
Yeah.
nature. And the crafts they were not entertaining for me at all. 0%. So if anybody's watching from church, I said it. I said what I said. And it wasn't me. It was just like, okay, how many times can we make a mask? How many times are we gonna paint online? And are we really like getting anything out of this? And so I try to remember how we started doing food. Um, I think I don't know, just went for something basic like a smoothie. Let's try this out. And that's when it started. That's when people started showing up. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, smoothie. Wait a minute. We got somebody over here teaching. And it's Bible based. So from
Nice.
there, I have so all pandemic I've been doing the Zooms, but I consistently started doing the food from like June or July,
Mm-hmm.
and so we just went with, hey, my pastor and first lady was okay with it. Go ahead and teach them kids how to cook, and I mean I get all different types of ranges as far as people that show up. And I started out basic with them because they're all different ages, and I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
want to challenge you guys too much. What is too much? But
Yeah.
they actually challenged me. They
Nice.
they're like bump because we'll do like pizza, but the canned pizza dough and then the canned sauce,
Yeah.
and they're like bump the
Nah, we
canned
want the
stuff.
flour in the water. I'm trying to put flour on my
Yes,
mama counter in here.
yes, and I'm like, y'all seriously? And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, whoa, okay, like we're getting into like this is teenage,
Yeah.
and like the first official from scratch cooking that we did was chicken tenders. Sounds so basic, but we fried them bad boys. We fried them, and these are the ages of 5 really through 12. And their parents are there with the oil on the stove, like what temperature?
Nice.
Monitoring that. The kids are seasoning, and they're like, no, we want it all. And so it's such a blessing.
Nice.
We do the cooking and we do the baking. Because then I was doing baking at first, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, you did go to school for culinary, you know that, right? And so I'm like, we're gonna do the sweet, we're gonna do the savory. They give me
Yeah.
ideas. They challenge me, I challenge them, and even during my long days, my long Saturdays, I sure do pop up on there, and I'm like, all right, 6 o'clock p.m. This is what we making today. It's open to the public. It's open to anybody that reaches out, and I'll give them the Zoom address to get in there. I give them the
Nice.
list every week. They get the list of this is what we're gonna do. This is what you're gonna need. Everybody comes prepared. We in, we out, and it's a great time to fellowship not only with God in the midst, but the parents really appreciate it because they're able to spend time with their kids outside of
Yes.
homework, or I have to take you
Yes.
here and take you there. And if you're really, really smart, then that's dinner and dessert. So the most of the parents take this time. We're gonna prep, and then we're gonna do a movie and play some games afterwards. And
Look
it's
at you bringing together family, sis.
yes,
Oh, all right.
yes.
I love it. I love it. Now I got to know, and I'm showing off for nobody who don't got one. I just want to let you know because I feel special over here.
Yes, the Abril y Mayo.
Oh, all right. Oh, all right. Do they have one of these though?
No, no, they do not. Because it's part of my line coming out soon, and so I had to be intentional. Yes. So you actually have one of the first aprons. This one behind me over here would be the second. But so a piece of me is gonna be with you in the kitchen. What does that mean? That you're probably
Girl,
come
God
out.
gonna be with me too, girl.
Yes, it is.
I wish wish you would have signed it. I wish you would have signed it
And
for
I
me.
thought about it, but you got the OG, and we got this to reference, you know. And I'm gonna do that for some of my other ones that I do send out. But so you have an official Burley Mayo apron. You can wash that. It's gonna last you a very long time. And not only did you get the apron, but you got a little sample of my goodies.
Oh, all right. Oh, all right. But before we get into them brownies, Mr. Nick Harwood says April Imayo killing the game. Yes, she is. She
Yes.
really is. Like, oh man, sis is the bomb.
Shout out to my cousin. Shout out to all my friends and everybody that's tuned in today. You know, y'all took the
Yes.
time on a Friday. It'd be the time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all took the time on a Friday night to come through and support your girl and be
That
a
part.
witness to my
That
testimony.
part. That
And,
part.
imagine what she gets to try.
Okay. So let's talk about them brownies that you sent me because they were still soft. Oh, all right. Still soft. Made me do a little dance. Stood there, look at it like this can't be that good. Like, sis,
You should
there
have
was. You know how when people send you stuff in the mail and they're like, yeah, it still should be good when it get there, and you know, like I bit into because I know it's probably gonna be hard on the low, but so I'm gonna just be honest. My teeth sunk right through that bad boy, and I was just like, oh, all right.
Yes. Yes. I was very I was I was very intentional. So those are my they're just my really Mayo brownies. Are they just my really Mayo brownies? There's nothing extra special that I did with them except make them with love. Um but they're one of my little hidden gems. There's been quite a few people that like to hit me up for my brownies and my banana pudding. Um but so along with my line of really mild items, the brownies will be available online for purchase. And I'm gonna start it at a smaller scale because I know they're just amazing.
What?
I actually
You ain't gotta tell me. I
even
tried them for myself. That's a gospel song too. I tried him for myself. Whoo, girl. Them brownies was all right with me. You know
Yes.
what? I'm not
Yes.
doing this with you because we only got a few more minutes on the show. But yes, okay. Let's ask you a few more questions before we let you go because we got to get offline at 8. So if if you could speak to your younger self starting out, what advice would you give yourself?
To follow the desires of your heart, allow God to go before me, and never give up on what I'm passionate about. Bump everybody else's opinions because my dream isn't their dream. God didn't place it in their heart, and do the things that make you happy. Do all the things that make you happy.
That part, sis. That part.
Hmm.
One last question. At the end of your life, what do you want to be recognized for? Like, what do you want the people to say? You know what? That dang on April Justin.
um, I want to be recognized as one of God's disciples. Um, I want to be.
Sheesh.
Yes, I want to be recognized as a servant of God, as a God fearing woman, someone that would give the last of whatever they had to offer off their back. As a counselor, as a comforter, as a lover, as a friend, as somebody that they can rely on, somebody that they know they can confide in, and love the Lord with all her heart. Bump my food is always going to be there. My name is always going to be there. Really, Maya is always going to be there. But I want to be known for who I am, who I represent, and all the things that I've done for anybody that has ever had the courage to even have a conversation with me or receive whatever I have to say with an open heart. So bump the money, the fame, none of that matters to me. As long as they know that God is associated with my name and who I am, that's all.
That's it. That's it. I love it, sis. I love it. Oh my gosh. I hated that we gotta go. Man, I got so many more questions. I hate when things like this happen. Man,
And
okay, so
listen, when
go
you
ahead.
start doing part twos in a couple months, right? Where's Nick Harewood said, "Where's the offering basket?" It's listen. Let me drop my Cash App under there. But nah, when you in a few months or in time when you start doing part twos, like where are we now with the people I first interviewed? A few. So hello, Holy Spirit.
Oh, all right.
I'm here. I'll be here. I'll be in a different background setting, and I'll be able to tell the people, y'all remember when I was, and now where I am. So
You better preach on this microphone, sis. Oh, all right.
yes.
I love it. I love it. I love it. April, please let the people know where they can find you, your products, if they want to buy something, have a consultation, possibly get a cake ship. Go ahead,
Yes.
drop that information.
Okay, so online we have www.abrilemayo, ABRILYMAYO dot US, not com. You'll see all the information up there about things that you can order. If you are gonna place an order, you're gonna want to request a cake in the contact us section. Yes, and I will get back with you as soon as possible. Look out for some line of clothing coming out this month. Up there, yes, the official Abrili Mayo gear. You can find me on Facebook. It's gonna be Abrili Mayo. Twitter, if you got Twitter and you're not afraid to see or hear the truth, it's underscore Abrili Mayo up there because we keep it 1000% on Twitter.
Keep it real, rap raw, so they can't call you flaw.
Yeah, so if you're a heathen, you're welcome too. We welcome all people on all social media networks. Instagram, Instagram, yes, Nick Harewood is underscore Abrili Mayo on there. That is my business page. And if you want to get to know me a little more, then it's Panny, PANNEY underscore MA on my personal page on Instagram. So everything is just Abrili Mayo.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard it here first on City Flow here at Hidden City Radio. I'm really upset we gotta go. It was such a wonderful time. This is why I tell people when they ask, well, what's it gonna be like? What's the questions? I was like, it's like a normal conversation. How long is it gonna be? Depending on how you interact. And I'll be mad at the end of the shows. I'm gonna tell you that. But we not gonna hold you no longer, and we definitely gonna bring you back to see how you doing in a few months.
Yeah.
Cause girl,
I'm
your
ready.
blow up
Be
is something
ready.
serious.
You ready? You a witness. Yes,
Hey, I'm
testimony.
right here. I see you, honey. But we ain't gonna hold you no more. Thank you so much. I was given this opportunity. Man, girl, we gonna see you when we see you, and you keep up the good work, sis.
Yes. God bless you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful, blessed weekend. I hope you got at least a little corner of that brownie left. Indulge, enjoy, maybe share or maybe not. But
Next time I want them with some little nuts in it. Pecans, walnuts, cashews, all of that.
I got you.
All right. Thank
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
sis. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Yo, be safe
Yes.
out there. Peace. Oh my gosh. Yo. Man, I don't like shows like this. I have so many more questions that I wanted to ask her, talk to her about. Man, I just love the energy, and I just love seeing people of her stature succeed and excel in what they're doing. Like, oh, girl, it's the truth, y'all. If y'all in the Hampton Road area, DMV area, y'all make sure y'all check her out. Go to her Instagram page. I'll put it right here up on the screen again. But I'm getting ready to get out of here because I got 30 seconds till 8 o'clock. And I got to post this video on Instagram. You know, they don't like anything over there. Keep it real, rap raw, so they can't call you flaw. I'm your girl, TopNotch Butterscotch. I'm out.
Da 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 da.